This is why you get hooked on people that send mixed messages and act like turds. But before we jump in, I'm Jeff Gunther, licensed professional counselor, and this video is brought to you by my therapist directory, therapyden.com. Find a progressive and accepting therapist by using the over 140 search filters. If you enjoy these videos, a free way to support this channel is to like and subscribe. Okay, so as I was saying, sometimes we get hooked on people that send us mixed messages, are hard to read, and just don't treat us very well. We can blame our psyches for that. Let me explain. As you may be painfully aware of, humans love drama. Or more accurately, our psyches love drama. Because of this, we're magnetized to toxic and dramatic relationships. Hooking up with someone who's all over the place is super hot because who knows how long it's going to last. You may never see this person ever again. The mystery and the unpredictability is a big turn on for our psyche. If we don't know whether or not someone is coming or going, then we'll always be left wanting more. It may be annoying and totally painful, but psychologically, we are drawn to these dynamics. Basically, what's going on is that we're experiencing intermittent reinforcement, which is the strongest way to reinforce a behavior. We all know what positive reinforcement is, right? If our dog does a good sit and we give him a treat, then we're positively reinforcing him. But if he gets a treat every single time, then eventually he's going to get a little bored of it because it's so predictable. But if your dog doesn't get a treat every single time and instead you ignore his good sit like half the time, then all of a sudden he's like, wait, what's happening? How can I count on this treat if I don't know when it's coming? I better make sure I do a good sit every single time because now I'm feeling anxious about the treat stopping at some point and never coming back again. That's intermittent reinforcement, and that's what our psyche is getting hooked on. Who knows if our mixed messaging love interest is ever going to come back? When they're with us, we're totally stoked, and we're getting all the dopamine hits. But when they're away, we're anxious and we're questioning whether they're ever going to come back again. It's such an addictive cycle, and it's so hard to break. We literally feel addicted to the attention that we get, and we can never get enough of it. We yearn for them. We crave them. And when we finally hook up with them, it's like fireworks because all the happy chemicals are exploding in our body. This intermittent reinforcement thing is basically what fuels shows like the Bachelor franchise. All the contestants are constantly feeling anxious and experiencing intermittent reinforcement because there are tons of obstacles that are getting in the way of being with their one true love. Well, who their psyche has fooled them into thinking is their one true love. So, when you find yourself in this sort of arrangement, remind yourself you're going through the same thing that the Bachelor contestants are going through and ask yourself, how do you feel about that? Because if you're losing your mind on The Bachelor, at least you can grow your Instagram following. But if you're just feeling hooked on some random person and you're not starring in a reality show, chances are you will not reach influencer status and it's just not worth it. But here's the most messed up part of this. What do you think happens when we finally break the cycle of dating turds and find someone who is consistent, secure, safe, and predictable? You might guess that you'd be happy, satisfied, and in love. And while those feelings are present, they may not be the feelings that you're most in touch with. I mean, it's a relief at first. It's such a nice feeling knowing that you can count on someone. But as soon as the honeymoon period ends, all you're left with is your nice, safe, and secure partner. And it's just not that hot. Being with a stable person who you don't have to worry about is not a turn on to our psyches. We are psychologically turned off and don't want to rip the clothes off of a partner that is just really good at being there for you. It's totally messed up, am I right? So chances are high that you'll find yourself fantasizing about your past flings that left you guessing all the time. You'll probably think about them when you're hooking up with your safe and secure sweetie. It's normal to still fantasize about them, but you'll probably want to keep it a fantasy and not try to make it into a reality again. Instead, focus on your predictable partner that provides you with stable love and try to spice things up a bit. Add some novelty to the relationship by going to new places. Talk about how you two can be more adventurous in your relationship. I know it kind of sucks that you have to deliberately create chemistry with a partner that you feel safe with, but that's just how it works. Don't fool yourself into thinking that you are meant to be with your inconsistent ex. And if you're going to be mad at something, be mad at your psyche, who is addicted to the drama. Do you have questions? What else do you want to learn about? Leave all your feedback in the comments. And don't forget to support me by liking and subscribing. I'm not taking on new clients right now, but you can find a therapist like me at therapyden.com.